This is Damon Stevens, Federal Billers. Today is Tuesday, January 4th, 2022. The stock market update, first trades of the day. Great market today. Lots of opportunity, lots of shakeouts though as well. So let's take a look at what's going on. So looking at Dow Jones, it closed up 0.59%. NASDAQ was down 1.33% and S&P 500 0.06% down. So pretty well flat on, S&P 500, but you can see that our FANG stocks definitely did suffer. There's a lot of money moving out. The financials just killed it today. JP Morgan, Bank of America just killed it, just really did well. Energy as well. Industrials all doing really well as the money moved out of tech again, back into the other stocks. So still very healthy market, very bullish. Money does flow back and forth in and out. So it flew out of tech today. It'll fly back into tech here as it shifts back over again. So look at this heat map. You can definitely see where the money's flowing. So let's take a look also at the scanner. AACG was our top runner today, over 114%. Volume was very light though, so you don't usually want to trade that. HOTH also did pretty good, didn't hit the mark, but the volume was the highest of the day. Looking at AACG, here you go. You see that this is down here just under $1, so pretty much almost penny stock, and then a high of 294. So definitely gave you a good run from a penny stock perspective if you grab hold of this. And you notice that it did pull back, consolidated. So we'll look and see if there's something to play on this tomorrow. I'm not expecting a lot. I don't usually like to play these stocks. They're this small, especially if the volume's not there. So just be real careful if you're trading this one. This could definitely trace and dump all the way back to $1. So just be careful if you do have that. JP Morgan 2 days in a row. So nice run up here, little plateau. You can see that overnight it ran up and then gave us another run today up to 168.58 from this low 157. So JP Morgan killed it, did really good. AVGO pulled up here. We talked about this. We've been trading this it's been on our list for months. So it pulled up here towards those highs. So still very bullish momentum here on AVGO. So really just continues to perform for us. Apple pulled up to make new highs and then just flushed at the end of the day as money flew out of the tech into the tech area. NEO, it had this nice couple day rally up here to 33.70 and then just flushed down to $31 here. So holding this one, it's above the 200, sitting right on 200 here. So we'll see if we can rally back up again. But nice run and then a dump. So money definitely flowing out of there. And into Ford, actually, if you want to talk about specifics, Ford definitely did well today. BABA, this one really is taking a beating. We saw this little run up it gave us from 115 to 121, pulled back today down to 115.79, so a double bottom right here, and then a rally back up here to 120. So we're going to watch BABA here. So if this is a true double bottom, if we break up over this 121.94, we should start to rally here, hopefully, and get some momentum here with BABA. So definitely watching this one now that we got this double bottom in. Tesla, nice rally up and a gap up and then boom, nice sell off. As most likely institutions were moving their money elsewhere after running this one up. So you see here we filled part of this gap. We stayed above the 5 moving average, so it's still very bullish. But we did fill part of this gap. So we'll see, if it decides to come down here and fill this gap around 1088 and then rally off of there, or if it continues to come down further. So just something to watch here if we get some weakness built out of filling this gap in here. Disney tried to rally up, got over that 50, and then boom, with the sell-off, came back down again. So still a little bit of weakness there. Hopefully we can rally back up and get towards the highs. We talked about this with Netflix, and we have several others that are getting close to this double bottom. So you can see Netflix kind of double bottom for us. I'd give this one another day here, because sometimes what you see is this where it'll come down, it'll touch base on our support level, bounce off, and then the next day you'll see another candle and actually closes down. And sometimes you'll break it. So we just want to make sure we get confirmation that this is truly a double bottom put in by Netflix. Shopify, we were looking for a double bottom, and it just did more than that. A lot of sell-offs, a lot of selling off of Shopify. So we don't like Shopify now. Shopify is definitely going into bullish momentum here. I thought we were going to double bottom, but we did not. And we're even below these resistance levels that would have been put in by these back here in earlier in the year, last year, so May and April. So we definitely are seeing weakness on Shopify. If this continues down, the next level down, we could, if we break 1200, we're going to be possibly going down to 1100, 1160, 1100. So just be careful if you're holding on to Shopify, you're losing a lot of money here. So Nvidia. So Nvidia, you can see we had this channel down, pulled up out of it, failed, came back down, tagged below the 50 today, which luckily it closed above that, but did close below our resistance line. So very bearish on this momentum here. I mean, it's still above the 50 and the 100, which is good. But this was still showing that continued weakness. So, could we double bottom here, kind of 271 area? It's possible. There was definitely a spike down, so we'll see if that continues. But definitely weakness in Nvidia line. So we came down here, looked at see if we possibly double bottomed here. Came up, failed again though. So still seeing the weakness in ALGN. Definitely pulling back down here, just above the 200. So we got support here. If it breaks the 200, then we're coming down here, to new lower lows. So just be aware of that. You can see here, upper trend line continues to be resistance, and we didn't even come out and tag it this time. Facebook pulling back, broke below the moving averages, and then pulled back up and closed above the 20. But definitely showed some weakness here. So we'll see, we're seeing weakness as all the money's moving out of tech and into finance and some of the other sectors. So definitely going to leverage that opportunity in those other sectors as these rotate out, and then just wait for them to rotate back in here. But starting to see the weakness in Facebook as well. BABA, so here's BABA we talked about. So here's the downtrend. So big old huge sell-off here. And is this a double bottom in here? Maybe. We could also just consolidate down here. Looking for possibly a bounce here. I mean, we came, just back in March last year, we were, over 220. Now we're 108, so over $100 out of this. So, basically lost half the value of BABA over the year. So hopefully you weren't in BABA, or if you were a short net or had puts on it. So seeing if we can get some level support here, maybe just get a little bit of bounce here. Maybe just even if it's for day trades or scalping. Same with Roku. Roku, 490 down to 190. It's a low that we tagged here. So that's a huge, huge difference. So obviously from this gigantic rally, you're seeing a lot of money flow out. So, looking to see if we can get some support here and ride some of these back up a little bit, as we see these just, flushed from their highs. So something just to be aware of. Invax here, we were talking about this. We're looking for a double bottom. We had a double top. We can see if we have a double bottom. We tagged down here, pretty close to this low here. So we'll see if we can get a bounce off of here. If it breaks down below this level down here, this is support level at 130, then, there's going to be more downside. So something to watch for. Same with Moderna, kind of in the same category. We have almost like a triple bottom here. It held a day, it bounced up, but it's still under this wedge. So we could possibly get a breakdown here if we don't rally up tomorrow. So looking for a rally, if we can get above this 233 level to rally up and finish, working this this wedge here. If we break below that, look for possibly, downside here on Moderna. BNTX, we did break the trend line just barely. So this could possibly come down here. Could be that it comes back and checks back in and rallies back through here. But we did break that line. So we got to get back above 224, 230 ideally if we want to get back in and run this up. Otherwise, we could continue to see a further downside on this stock. Bonds still up here high. Don't like that. This was our resistance line. We're up here towards these highs. So it's a little scary here for possibly for the stock market pullback. So just be careful. U.S. oil is kind of consolidating here at the top. Dollar's consolidating as well. The VIX kind of spiked it a little bit. It's pulled back, but it spiked. So, if this is going to get some momentum here, just got to keep that below 20. Otherwise, we could see the market start to come down. SPY spiked up to make new highs. Didn't hold it though. It gets closed down below. So, do we see continuation down tomorrow? It's hard to say. We're above all the moving averages still. So could see possibly a bounce here towards and hit that 480. Just came short of it today. So something to watch for. If we get above that 480, look for new highs. If we break below it, then we have this whole range here that we could possibly be trading in. Triple Qs. Tried to spike up, failed, came back down. Still above the 20, which is good. That's still bullish, but wasn't able to break out today. Same with semiconductors. Try to reach here at our resistance level, make that new high, but didn't hold it for the day. So closing below the new high. Dow Jones gap up here, making new highs. Got a gap to fill down here to continue to rally up here towards 370, which was our goal. Didn't quite make it and pulled back. So that's normal to see that sometimes. So we'll see if we get a rally tomorrow. We also have a gap to fill down below it. So just be aware of both scenarios. IWM tried to get above a resistance and failed and pulled back. Financials just killed it. They just gapped up again and hit our resistance line up here. So we're going towards a new high here. So it's right up here by this 41 would break us out. So again, for financials continue to be strong. Bitcoin still down here, just finishing out this wedge. Talked about a few days left over to make a decision here which direction Bitcoin's going to go. YFI, after hitting that high, all-time new high, pull back here. Looking to see if it can get the support off this 5 and bounce again. ICP broke resistance right on this 200. So if we can break here, looking for a continuation, hopefully up to new highs. Anir hit a high, came back down, hit a new high, pulled back, hit on resistance, sitting here on top of our upper trend line. So if we can bounce off here, continue to new highs. FTM's above all the moving averages, found a little bit of resistance yesterday. Today is trying to get it going again. See if we can move up. Very bullish though. See here with this pullback after making this new high here and just barely above it. So found some resistance. See if we can rally back up here. See if we can reach that new high. RVN bounced up here, really spiked it really well. I came up here to 14.2 and then pulled back here just below our trend line, upper trend line. So hopefully this doesn't find weakness and come down and chase this candle. So you see that it did here. Hopefully we continue to bump up across that and rally up towards 150. There's our stocks. There's our cryptos. Lots of things moving right now. The market overall is very bullish still. Cryptos are still weak, but they have obviously some that are doing really, really well. So just look for those nuggets out there that can help you trade while we're waiting for Bitcoin to make a decision on what it's going to do and where it's going to drag a lot of other cryptos with it. So be safe out there and have a great trading day tomorrow. And we will talk tomorrow night and see how your day went and talk about stocks for the next day.